So here we are installing the city map. Um, really sucks when you name everything model and you're trying to find a piece. Here we go. Um, so we're going to install our map that we play inside of the arena, I guess you would call it. And I made it really simple. I found this simple city layout, and I've been modding it. Has some good parts, some bad parts I didn't like. And I'm remaking the flags now. These are the original tester flags that I made to figure out the flag system, how to make a flag system. Now I've made some mesh ones, and I'm uploading them, and I'm basically getting the details done. So we're going to remake these flag pads. We have our jump pads underneath them that launch us up to get the flag. I've got to make sure nobody can get through the building and out to the other side. Is where I'm at now, just fixing pieces. Pieces of parts. So, at the end of the day, we want to have a nice aesthetic for people to run around in. We want the walls high enough that they can't get out. I just have flags all over the place I've made. Getting used to, building in this environment is kind of tough. Just get a small window. I mean, I can make it bigger. But at the end of the day, compared to other game systems I worked in, the studio is a little more cumbersome and kind of a pain in the ass. But anyways, that's where we're at. We're going to install base stations today and get all the map sealed off and all the bits remade into a mesh form that looks aesthetically nice and also helps the player know how to play the game. Like, we're going to add some arrows so they know that's the launch pad. Anyways, that's where we're at, and that's where we're going to be. Not a lot of scripting going today. All my major tools are done. Everything I need, like my flag controller, which I had a problem with the flags. I had to figure out yesterday. Remaking, when you make things in Roblox compared to other studios, you have to weld the pieces instead of linking them, as they call it, weld. And it like tacks a certain section to a vertice, and the way it works, it can be very buggy, and it can attach to the avatar wrong and make it like hard to walk and stuff like that. So I spent like 5 hours yesterday debugging this flag system, figuring out how to make this guy do what it's supposed to do. I also had to add in some tracking for scores and that type of thing, but not a big deal. So today we'll pretty much be texturing, getting it aesthetically good and playable, and then we'll start opening up, getting on Discord and finding some people to help me play the game basically, and get some input from others, see where we go from there. We're gonna have to build a community with us. I have some people from other games that I work on that will be more than happy to help, but it just seems with Christmas being here, it's really a hard time for people. They have family or they're working a lot, so I might end up having to wait into the beginning of the year to get enough testers. It has to have a full test before we release it, because I'm going to be charging Roblox coins to play. You can't, if you put it out there as a waste of people's money, they'll never play it again. You got one chance to grab their attention and go. But I think at the end of the day, which I was using this view, I hate these little guys. I changed the view where you can see him. This isn't the game view. When you play the game, you don't see the avatar. You play in first person. But everything's. The reason I have this view is I'm trying to see where the flag's attaching at, places like that. And making sure they can't get out of here, because that's the thing, people will do weird things so they can get out, they're going to try to get out. Even if it traps them on the other side, they'll do it anyways. So we have a bunch of debugging to do to finish, to get us game ready. But that's where we are. And this probably got about 24 hours worth of workload in it so far.